Hi and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, you'll probably know that we're doing a kind of a new studio. We've started moving tanks upstairs into the studio, and this tank here today, we're going to transform this tank today from this in something a bit more presentable. It's now going to be in the studio area. The key for this kind of project is to kind of make sure you've everything prepared before you start doing anything at all. Think about what you're going to do, what you're going to do next, how you're going to finish up. Because if you prepare well, it should go well. So I have my bucket. I have various bits and bobs in the bucket that I'm going to use throughout the video. I'm going to give it a clean. We're going to give it, obviously going to get the water out. We're going to reshape the soil, and we're going to talk about all that in the video. But that's the thing, I've got everything I think now in this bucket that I'm going to need to get this tank redone. So I'm going to get that started. Probably on a time lapse because it'll be too long otherwise. So enjoy, and we'll see when we come back in a minute. Okay guys, that's the tank pretty much emptied. We've got a little bit of water here left, but we'll probably keep that in there. I've pushed the soil to the back, took out all the hardscape. The glass is clean enough for now. It's going to be reused anyway in the next 30 minutes, so it'll be back full of water hopefully. I've caught out our shrimp in here. Actually, there was way more shrimp than I ever thought I had in there. They must have been breeding that algae and stuff, but they're going to love the new home when it's done. So my next job is get some hardscape in there, start playing with that. Okay, so we've got some lava rocks in here, left over from the other scape. Obviously I don't want it too similar to the one next to it. But this is going to be more of a shrimp tank, so I'm going to probably have a lot more plants in this one than this one. This is going to be more of a irigumi style when it starts up. It's very soon now, so stay tuned for that very soon. So I'm just going to have a quick play with the rocks there now, and I think that one, although it's a lovely rock, it's kind of one that broke off the other one. It's a bit weird, and it might be a bit too big for that one, for this one. And it's a kind of a weird shape, so I might keep that for something else. But I quite like this rock, and we can turn it different ways. I think it might look better actually, like that. Have it like kind of up like that. Then we can have one in the background, just get a bit of a kind of nice look. It actually fits together. I'm going to have one over here. Just give it a bit of a. And we have one. This one could probably lie flat in the foreground. That one's actually a bit square, but. So let's take a look at that. Not sure do I like that yet. So have a quick play around and see what we come up with. Okay, so we have some rocks in. I'm happy enough with that because it is going to be a shrimp tank, and my idea is now to have some detailing sticks onto these rocks. So we're going to have them like this. I have like little twigs all over the scape, and we're just going to place them first. Kind of really random, really. I'm not going to make any mad decisions or anything, just kind of random. They've got a lovely, these are from Weo. If you've seen a previous video, I did a previous video on the hardscape that came in, and we've got some lovely twigs from Weo. Okay, I'm kind of happy enough with that. It's a very flat scape, but I don't want nothing too crazy. Especially I'm going to have a lot of plants there at the back as well. So our next job is obviously that sticks aren't going to stay like that. They'll float completely. So I've got a bit of glue. So I'm going to start gluing that. Glue, yeah. I'm just going to literally glue the sticks to the rock and leave that set. I'd say not much longer than 35 minutes, 45 minutes maybe it is. You shouldn't need any of the tissue cotton paper method for this one. They're only very light sticks. Right, so I'll let that set. We'll come back, give it a test then in half an hour or so and continue on. First, let's get these shrimp somewhere more convenient and more safer for them. So guys, we're back at the aquarium. I've tested the glue. All the sticks are nice and solid, not going to move. That's now glued in. So next step, we can start thinking about getting this ready for plants. So this is quite an old substrate, but well, not old, so that's a lie, innit? It's about 3 or 4 months, but I still think we need, especially because we do plants, I think we still need some sort of fertiliser. So I'm going to use some root tabs. Just going to break them up. Get my tweezers. I'm just going to place them in areas where I know I'm going to put plants. Especially I'm using some crypts in the back, so they're heavy root feeders, so they're going to need plenty of nutrients. There we go. Well, I've got one more bit now. I'll just shove that down there. There we go. There we are. So, yeah, I've harvested some plants from the dual Rio downstairs. And we've got some crypts in here, and I've got some crypts. So Cryptotai Wenditai green. Don't want to get this camera wet, there you go. That's Cryptotai green, we've got a good few portions of that to go in there. And I've got a portion of the Corbosa stricta as well. I'm not sure I'll keep this one in there, but it was in there. I had loads of it in the dual Rio, so I thought we'll take it out. So we're going to start planting that now. So just do this with your fingers and do it with tweezers. Because of this kind of tight space, I'm going to use tweezers. Like I say, it gives your tweezers a wiggle, and it usually loses it. These are not the best tweezers I've ever used, but that's all I've got at the minute because the other ones have gone missing somewhere. So guys, that's our plants in. We've added our crypts in various places around the scape. And we've added some Hemanthias cuba, or baby tears you sometimes call it, at the front here as well. I'm not sure that I'll grow in this one because it's going to be a very low-tech tank, no CO2. Very basic lighting, basic sponge filter, little heater, all low-tech. So I'm not sure the cuba will actually take off in this tank or not. It does really well in the high-tech Denelay Nano Cube over here, which is CO2 and highlighting. We'll see. I've plenty of it. I'll put it in here. If it doesn't take off, it's no big issue. I can replace that with some hair grass, something like that in the future. So my next job is get this tank full of water, and then we'll come back and see how it all looks. So lads, it's been a good few, it's been about 2 hours, 3 hours, filled with water. We've got our temperature up to the right temperature. Doesn't need to be cycled, obviously. This is a mature filter, same substrate, plenty of bacteria in there. I have done a water test just in case, absolutely fine. And funnily enough, I don't know if you can see this on camera, hopefully you can, but there's shrimp already in there that must have been in there even when the tank was emptied. I must have missed a few. And they're still in there, doing absolutely fine. Really are resilient creatures, these shrimp, aren't they? So let's get these ones released. The water's a bit cloudy in this jug, but we should be okay. Do that. And let's release our shrimpies. So guys, I hope you found that video interesting. It went fairly well, all done inside. I think I started this morning. It's now about 3:30 in the afternoon. It's fine, everything's done. Water's looking great. Shrimp are looking fine. They're going to be absolutely fine here. Like I say, it's a previous home. Absolutely fine, same subject, same filtration. They're going to do really well in here. They're going to love their new plants. As these start to grow out, these plants, I think this tank is going to look really, really nice. So that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found something useful. If you don't mind, if you've got this far and you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It costs you nothing, does massive favours for the channel. I'm trying to grow this channel. And in any case, I'll see you next week. Bye bye.